Hey, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Shout out to Owl Radio. That's my other family. As well as shout out to Pro Quo and my homie boy E.Z.O. I was going to say E.Z.O, but that's this guy. And unfortunately, I am saddened that the circle, my close family, could not be around. Now, I know you're thinking, Valentine's Day, why are you so pepped up? And why are you talking like that, Omara? Or E.Z.O? Well, it's because I have nobody. Nah, I'm actually happy and enjoying love for what I have. Love that surrounds me and love that encompasses me to make me the man who I am today. I'm not just some foolish kid. No, I'm just kidding. I still am. I'm only 22. But I'm not as foolish as each year goes by. I start to become wiser and smarter, and I want to grow on that. And, the first step sometimes is you got to find not just love for yourself, but love for others just as a whole. You shouldn't just rely on that one person to make you wholesome. You should rely on those who keep you happy to keep you afloat and afoot, always moving on the go. And that's why, happy Valentine's Day to my mother. Happy Valentine's Day to my little baby sister. She may hate that the fact she's a baby, but oh well. Happy Valentine's Day to those who I think and deem are enjoying love in all senses, because even without this type of day, you can still have love throughout the rest of the year. And if you think that's different, well, you have another thing coming. Anyway, guys, so I'm here to talk to you with a freestyle of sorts. And shall we get started? Okay, so let us begin as soon as I realize this beat and song is dead. All right, we utter complete silence a little bit. And the man has lived his life by word and bond, even when he was tied together by words that are strong. As the scriptures were written, the life was always gifted. I never stood up because I never piffed it. See, now you're thinking that this kid is just a joke because he used to make jokes and write it on the walls that his mom told him not to do. I said, yo, I'm just Leslie Note. Now you're thinking that's funny. You should hear how clever he is under the words that he says when he's hungry, rubbing his tummy thinking like Winnie. Even if you thought Whitney and I couldn't sing together, I will reach her up in heaven and tell her, come on, we can just do a simple cover. We'll talk to Etta James and think about how life was nothing but blemish and shame. We'll talk to the man like James Brown and talk about how life was pain and gain. Now, my eyes may be closed, but I'm using my third eye. It's because I'm using three eyes to see beyond what I see in the sky. Some see stars, I see enlightenment. You talk to me, but you ain't liking it. I see wolves, but they're more liking it. If you get it, then you're clearly going to joke with me. My music is so MC, the poetry is flowing so smooth, it doesn't need a smoothie. It makes you want to just take a thought and put it in the lesson. No antidepressant, get drunk, and think about your adolescence. Love is always based from what you find. What you define is what you see with your mind. Wrong. It's what you see with the soul. Deep within is the man who sees himself always on the go. Riding in the automobile, I could get more clever. Doesn't mean I'm just sitting here trying to rain on your parade under the weather. But here, I could always get a little more wetter. But that's because my freestyles and saliva builds up. Isn't he clever? So look at me, E.Z.O, so truthfully. I never spew my words, I keep it calm, and I soothe you mentally. So when you think you're losing control, don't base yourself in the knowledge of pride. Just find what hurts and cuts in the inside. Then when you release it, turn that into a paper cut that'll heal. I'll turn your rhymes into mass appeals. I'll turn your words of wisdom into journalism that we could write for others to feel. Are you happy now? I'm not standing there sitting so sad and proud. I'm not trying to sit there like a little sad clown downtown riding around thinking he's got a shotgun when he just puts the kid with a Glock in his downtown cinema. He's trying to prove to the gang he's all about the media. But once he's caught, he might get framed. Why don't we feel love when we should feel shame? No, why don't we feel shame when we should feel love? Do you understand how I'm flipping to each other? Man, I guess I'm using the wrong gloves. I'm not trying to be just funny or silly. I want you to understand my words are a milli. If you thought that was a little bit more powerful, you should see the omnipotent I ride on. My omniscience is always by the music that I ride along. If I didn't sit next to my other trio, my psyche would lose itself and call itself a posse. Isn't that weird? I'm talking about the three entities: love, liberty, and unity. That's what keeps me alive, not anything that you always bestowed, because they wanted me to be boxed in and controlled, like Nintendo. Isn't that crazy? I know, I can rhyme things that make you sound a little bit lazy, or Patrick Swayze, rest in peace to the ghost because he's disappearing and making Patricia Arquette calling her mediumship, saying, yo, can I get another whisper from the ghosts? Even if you think Jennifer Love Hewitt would ever enjoy what you spewed, kid? Now, calm down. I know the pastors are looking at me like this boy's lost it. But yo, you have a better reason to look at why you're gossiping. Now, as I montage my musical nauseous, I would always say that I astonished these kids who thought I was abrasive. I'm clever, but my mind is evasive, only because I don't want you to see what I'm using as an escape. It's not love, it's not hate. It's differentiation between the two that cause the real estate. So what gives you the worlds and words of rhyme? It's not a spoken word, it's not flowetry, this is peace of mind. So let me separate my paper trails and sit there and wonder how my mind used to always think love is forever. E.Z.O.